How's it going, everyone? Want to give you guys some much needed updates on PlayStation Plus Premium. Obviously, kind of a disappointing tier within the PlayStation Plus subscription services, but one of the key features is, of course, game trials, and I feel like Sony doesn't do that great of a job of promoting that these trials are available, so I dug up some of the more recent trials that have dropped on Sony's official website, where they have the trials listed. They don't even mention some of the trials that are available. One in particular is a pretty major one, so hopefully Sony gets on that, but want to cover the trials that are live right now if you are a Plus Premium subscriber and you want to try that out. Another brief PS Plus update. This one you can take with a very major grain of salt, and got some other updates to go over at the end of this video. PS4 title looks to be making its way over to PS5, as well as an update on CDPR titles going forward. More on that at the end of this video, but obviously, Plus Premium, big part of the reason to subscribe. Obviously, outside of the retro games, which, you know, needs a lot of work done in terms of increasing the quality level of those titles, but, you know, we've been through that song and dance at this point as well. The game trials are a big element of it. I know some people meme on it being like, bro, you're literally paying to play demos. Well, guess what? It's 2022 and Sony wants your money, so we are, I guess, gonna pay to play some demos, but nonetheless, obviously, this isn't the main reason you sign up, but it is one of the benefits of signing up. Initially, there were titles like Horizon Forbidden West that actually made a lot of people want to sign up to Plus Premium because that was still, you know, a $70 game or whatever. Right now, there are some notable titles that Sony doesn't even promote that much. So, Dying Light 2 Stay Human has a game trial. It's a 3-hour full game trial. I really don't recommend buying the game right now for $60. If you can get it for $30 or less, I think it's a good buy. If you've never played Dying Light 1, just buy that on sale. You can get that for like $10, and that's a really good game. Most people like it better than Dying Light 2. I enjoyed my time with Dying Light 2. I thought the parkour gameplay was fantastic. Like, literally, if they made a Dying Light game and it was just parkour gameplay and no combat, I would be all over that game. And there are like parkour challenges that have been added to Dying Light 2, so that's pretty cool. And, you know, when you buy Dying Light 2, it's going to be a game that's going to get consistently updated for a long time, so, you know, Techland supported Dying Light 1 for like 5 years, so, yeah, I imagine the same for Dying Light 2, and I believe they've said as much. It's got more story-driven content coming later this year and more content in general coming in the coming years. I mean, it's going to be a consistent rollout of content for a very long time. Try out the trial for yourself. I feel like 3 hours will give you a good idea of what to expect out of the game. And, yeah, I did think the ending was kind of weak. I think towards the end of the game, the story kind of got a little bit weak, but initially I thought it was really good. So, yeah. There you go, that trial is available. Soul Hackers 2, there is a 2-hour full game trial available for that. Now, 2 hours, the thing with Soul Hackers 2 is that there's so much dialogue, there is so many lengthy cutscenes and whatnot that, you know, 2 hours really is scratching the surface on this one. I enjoyed Soul Hackers 2. It has some issues, some glaring issues, particularly some of the dungeon design is not the best. I think from a character standpoint, the game is pretty solid. I know everybody really likes Saizo, and Ringo is, in my opinion, one of the best main characters of the year. Really dug her character, and Arrow's alright. Yeah, the whole cast is, like, pretty good. The narrative is strong. Again, some of the dungeon design elements I didn't quite like. Soundtrack is excellent, though. The boss battle theme, chef's kiss on that one. Just fantastic track, and a good soundtrack to boot all around. So, another one, a trial available. Again, probably wouldn't spend more than $30, $35 on this one. It's already going on sale. We saw it for like $40, and hopefully come Black Friday, you can get it for like $25, $30. MX vs. ATV Legends is enjoying a 30% off discount right now. It's $28, but there is also a 2-hour full game trial for that. Not too familiar with MX vs. ATV, to be perfectly honest. I know they were huge when I was growing up, but yeah, this is a newer one, and a trial is available for that. Spellforce 3 Reforce, $29.99 on this, 2-hour trial available on that. The Cruel King and the Great Hero, this is $29.99, 2-hour trial available, an NIS America title, so there you go with that. Steel Rising has a 2-hour trial as well, Souls-like title. You know, not the greatest reception in the world, but if you have a PlayStation 5, something to check out as well. Done by Spiders, a studio that I always go to bat for. They also do Greedfall and whatnot, so yeah. Base game is $50, so it was one of the more budget titles, and I mean, it's a PS5, it's a next-gen only title, so good that they didn't go the $70 route with this one. Lastly, OlliOlli World has a game trial as well. This one might have been available for a little while, but it's just coming to my radar now. Only a 1-hour trial available for this one, so this is a smaller game, so like a 1-hour trial, I guess is fine, but like, bro, now we're really talking like, that's straight up a demo. 1 hour, like, the 1 hour for a game, like, the DioField Chronicle demo was 2 hours of gameplay, or, like, around that, and, you know, that was a full price $60 game, and, you know, you didn't have to be a Plus Premium subscriber Valkyrie Elysium, I feel like, was 45 minutes to an hour as well for that demo. But yeah, nonetheless, that trial is available. All of those trials available with your Plus Premium subscription. Hopefully, with your Plus Premium subscription, we will get a solid repertoire of classic titles coming here very soon. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath given some of the recent month offerings. Okay, moving on from that, I do want to make a note of something that's making the rounds on social media that was noted as far as PlayStation Plus goes. There's an image that's circulating that also lists Call of Duty Black Ops. It's a picture that it showcases Call of Duty Black Ops, like literally pictured with PlayStation Plus. Black Ops is obviously a PlayStation 3 game, one of the most beloved Call of Duty games. I don't think it's a stretch at all to say that. Quite possibly coming as a streaming game. I could see that happening, but yeah, like, bro, no, ain't nobody trying to stream Call of Duty Black Ops. Let's get backwards compatibility going, and let's get Black Ops 1 natively running on the PlayStation 5, because I would love to go back and play Black Ops 1. Could you imagine, like, going online with that game right now? I know a lot of people, like, call for a Black Ops remake, which would be pretty cool to see as well, but, yeah. Even, just going through the campaign, Black Ops' campaign was a banger. I would love to replay Black Ops' campaign, so, yeah, that would be pretty cool, but, yeah, take that with a grain of salt for now. Okay, lastly, a couple news notes to cover real quick. Shadow Warrior 3 is looking to be coming to PlayStation 5. Listed on a ratings board, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions of Shadow Warrior 3. It was rated in Germany. You guys know the deal. Bro, we just had Serious Sam, Siberian Mayhem listed on the ratings board, and they did they announced the game a little bit after, and then they released it on the same day. So, most likely, it's going to be getting a PlayStation 5 version. It's probably going to get a free upgrade. I highly, highly doubt they would make you pay for a free or for an upgrade of Shadow Warrior 3, and Devolver is usually pretty good about that kind of stuff, so I imagine that they're going to do a solid there. You know, Shadow Warrior 3 was not as good as Shadow Warrior 2 and 1. The real issue with Shadow Warrior 3 was length, and I think people that spent like $40, $50 on the game, and, you know, it's a really, really short game. Yeah, that is a little bit of a bummer, but, I mean, if you like fast-paced action games, you know, if you can find it for 10 to 15, I think it'd be a good pickup there. It's just like $40 to $50 is gonna be a little bit pricey, and probably not gonna be something a lot of people want to pick up. Lastly, CD Projekt Red had a deep dive game development and technology video. They talked a lot about various development ideas and whatnot. However, they also noted a major risk encountered in the development process relates to stability and performance on all target platforms. We test gameplay quality on every platform from the get-go and do not only focus on the developer's PC build. It's going to be very important going forward because we all know Cyberpunk 2077 was an abomination on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Really, I remember the PlayStation 4 version particularly being like really bad, so much so they pulled it from the PlayStation Store for a while. Like, it was a disaster, that game. Like, bro, when you're dropping a 14 frames per second, like, we got problems. 14 frames per second is just wild style type stuff. You know, the game runs really well on PlayStation 5, but you released it on PlayStation 4, $60 on PlayStation 4, should have been working, at least at a serviceable state. Like, I play games that dip to, you know, 24 frames per second, but when you're talking bugs, glitches galore, and, like, 15 frames per second, like, we got problems then. And, you know, if it becomes a situation where you gotta pull it from the release on those platforms, and you gotta be like, hey, it's only gonna be coming on next-gen platforms or whatever, you gotta do that. I mean, like, CDPR is already planning games that are probably going to be coming on the PS6 generation and next Xbox. I mean, I can't believe we're already talking about that right now, but, you know, at that point, you know, if the PS5 is not holding up, time to put the XNA on it and just move on to the PS6 and not pull a Cyberpunk here. You know, it's just what you gotta do. You can't be releasing games at 15 frames per second. But, yeah, I enjoyed Cyberpunk 2077. I'm somebody that's been defending the game quite a lot. Ever since even going back to launch, like, you know, I just heard so much hyperbole regarding this game, and that was towards the release of the game and after the fact, in completely different sides of the spectrum, of course. Before the game came out, it was going to be the greatest game of all time. After the game came out, literally verbatim got text messages saying this is the worst game of all time, and, like, as I'll always mention, Rogue Warrior exists. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 is not the worst game of all time. But yeah, obviously going in the future, CDPR should definitely figure out what platforms and make sure that they release it in a suitable state. And I think they're gonna learn from the fiasco with Cyberpunk, and hopefully with the follow-up title, Orion, when that eventually drops, they're good to go, and they can kind of rebuild the appeal of the franchise. And I think the follow-up is still gonna do really well. I think Edge Runners has really kind of given a second wind to Cyberpunk as a whole. That's just my 2 cents, call me a kiss ass or whatever, but that's just what I think. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, wanted to run through all of those Plus Premium trials. Look, if you got a Plus Premium subscription and you paid like the year right out the gate, my apologies. I mean, I don't even know why I'm apologizing. I was never gonna be able to predict what classics they were gonna add on the service, but yeah, value-wise, it's definitely not there, but you do have some trials. Check them out. Try out Dying Light 2, try out Soul Hackers 2 if you're into JRPG, some good stuff there. MX vs. ATV, probably something people want to check out. Black Ops may be coming to PS now, we'll see about that. Shadow Warrior 3 looks to be coming to PS5, and CDPR gonna be testing games on all platforms equally going forward. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.